Hello everyone, my name is Abby Bliss White and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be doing my updated AM / we'll talk a little bit about my PM skincare routine, and specifically we will be using Biologique Recherche products. This has been a much requested video for all of my fellow Biologique Recherche lovers out there. Biologique Recherche is basically my preferred skincare brand. I will give you a little history because I did suffer from rosacea, and basically once I got put on a regime from this particular brand, my skin completely transformed. So I'm pretty loyal to this brand. Yes, I like to tinker just like everybody else, but what I thought we would do is kind of go through my updated routine, as well as I want to share a new contact with you of a wonderful woman who is also a BR freak. So if you are interested, let's go ahead and do a little skincare on this face. Okay, first of all, I am going to tell you, I do think that good skin comes from the inside out. So yes, I am a holistic health coach. I do try to eat well and drink water and all that kind of good stuff and exercise, and I do think that plays a huge role in your skin care routine. So one thing I often tell people is if you can get some green stuff in your diet, it will totally transform your skin as well as just eating the rainbow. So I have shared this recipe on my Instagram. This is my go-to smoothie, but you guys, when I am consistent and drinking this on a daily basis, I swear that my skin looks glowing. So thought I would share that. I'll also put it in the description box if I have room. So we're gonna have a little bit of this and then get started. I do want to give you a little information if you're new to my channel. I am 51 years old. My skin issues are basically I have normal to dry, mostly dry skin, and just basically sun damage, hyperpigmentation, and about almost 3 years ago, I had a horrible rosacea outbreak. So it is at bay at the moment, but it will flare up, and it was kind of brought on by doing a little bit of an aggressive kind of, it was called a MediPin, microneedling kind of facial. I don't know exactly what happened, but basically had a very bad reaction to the point where I woke up and it looked like I had cystic acne all over my face. So as part of the healing process from that episode, I started using Biologique Recherche. That totally healed my skin, and I've got a few items that I will share with you at the end that if you're just getting started with this brand, those were like my ultimate saviors of my skin. So I will definitely share those. I know that the Biologique Recherche line can be very overwhelming and confusing, but if you find someone who is a really good rep, they can also help customize a routine for you. I do have a new best friend that I'm so excited to share with you at the end of the video. So let's get ready. We're gonna first start with cleansing, and I love the Late EV Creamy Cleanser. And if you had watched any of my previous videos, you would know that I used to like Late VIP02. They changed the formula and I do not like that anymore. I find it a little bit drying to my skin. That was the one that was a little bit oxygenating. So now I have landed on Late EV as my favorite cleanser. So it is just really gentle and mild, and you guys, creamy cleansers, if anything I can tell you, switching to a creamy cleanser was like one of the big changing points for my skin. So I was just being way too aggressive with exfoliation. and kind of cleansers and stuff, just like too much of all of that. So just nice, gentle, being kind to the skin really helped. So I take a little bit of that, you guys, and we want to go all the way down. I have a shirt on, but usually, you guys, I do try to go all the way down to the décolleté. That is part of our skin, and I can see the difference between my skin and how I took care of my chest. And so really want to point that out for anybody young watching this video. Take care of your chest as well as your overall skin. So with that, you guys, I just kind of massage that in. And then I like to just kind of rinse it off, or I will take kind of like one of these little microfiber cloths and wipe it off. This one is from Emma Hardy. It comes from my cleansing balm, but I am going to go rinse this guy off and then we'll continue on. Okay, next step is going to be the liquid exfoliant, and that is going to be lotion P50. Now there is several different variations of the lotion P50, and the original lotion P50, this is too strong for my particular skin type, but I do use that on like my body and such. So this was given to me by Jenny Snow, thank you. But yes, this one is too strong. That's the original, and I often think that people are given recommended this high strength run right off the bat, but you guys, honestly, it's just so strong that I just don't think it is for everyone. My particular favorite is the lotion P50 V 1970 version. This has a touch of phenol, just a little bit, and I find that it is very invigorating for my skin. This is the middle strength, and it does not overstrip my skin. It's loaded with vitamins, and you guys, basically it just really works well for my skin. That being said, my new BR best friend named BISMA had recommended that I go ahead and switch up the variations of my lotion P50 to kind of give your skin a break. This is what I've been using for a few years now. And she was saying in the morning I should be using lotion P50. This is the Pigma 400. And you can, the way I use it, you guys, is I use it on a cotton round or a reusable gauze. And then from here, I start from my décolleté. And then I come all the way up. And you guys, they kind of taught me to be a little bit vigorous. So this is kind of like circulating the skin, and you'll see it will get a little bit red. And this will keep kind of your skin young and toned. And the Pigma 400 is for people who suffer from hyperpigmentation and sun damage. So this is going to have a brightening element. Now I have used this in the past and I didn't like it as much, but she was saying that for my new routine, that I'm going to be using the Pigma 400 in the AM and then stick with my favorite lotion P50. And again, you guys, I like the 1970 version, but phenol is a sort of controversial ingredient. So if you do not feel like it is good for your skin, they have it without. Then there is the lotion P50W version, and that is the mildest strength. So I have not actually tried that because they have always recommended, the V for me. So I find that it has some nice toning elements to it. So now we want to tackle some of this pigmentation here. And you guys, I do even wipe a little bit around my eyes. That may be a no-no, but it doesn't sting. I'm going to come up behind my ears. And I take a little bit of time doing this part, okay? So then my skin is starting to feel kind of nice and balanced. Now I have mentioned this next product. I'm not going to use this because I've done a different video using it before and I'm down to the itty bitty. after you do your lotion P50, then as a booster, when I'm really wanting my skin to look amazing or be firmed up, or just a couple times a week, I will use lotion MC110 number 1. This is pretty amazing, you guys. Whenever I use this, it's gonna make my skin really appear kind of like glass. It's really refining. It does give you a temporary lift with your wrinkles and such. So I tend to do this maybe once or twice a week, or like if I'm going to be at an event, or in the past, you guys, there would be times when I would be speaking at lunch events or doing cooking classes, and when I was doing that, I would want my skin to look the best. Okay, so now we have got that lotion P50 on. We're gonna go to the serums. So they have the Quintessential Serums that are going to be more kind of watery in nature. And then they have finishing serums that we use after we put on our moisturizer. This is part of the BR protocol. So I have been using, this is the Serum A Glyca. So this, you guys, is like a very fortifying kind of serum. It's going to help rebuild your skin barrier. The Quintessential Serums, you guys, can be very overwhelming. What I will tell you about BR is that the serums do what they say they do. So for instance, if it is going to be something that's collagen marin or collagen pure, that's going to be helping stimulate more collagen in the skin. This is going to be helping with fortifying, and I just use a few drops, you guys. These are the watery, and you just press them on the skin. One of my favorites is colostrum, and that's just a uber hydrating kind of serum. So I just take a few drops of that, and then I press it in the skin, and then whatever's kind of left here, I'm always going to bring it down the neck and kind of pat it into the décolleté as well. So I think this is a great kind of all over anti-aging serum. This is going to reduce the signs of fatigues, reduce deep lines and wrinkles, protects the skin's structure. It's going to enhance firmness in the skin, and then also kind of give you a nice little glow. So this has been one of my favorites, and I am literally down to the end, and I'm going to be purchasing next the amniotique or the serum elastin. So I again am working with BISMA, sort of working through what I have, and then we'll be adding in what I need. So I was saying I kind of like these kind of all-in-one kind of serums, and she really recommended the Serum Matricial Visage. This is going to be all about firming the skin, hydrating, restoring some volume to the face. It's going to stimulate the synthesis of elastin and collagen, so we want that rebuilding of the collagen. It's going to have immediate kind of tensor effect, so it's going to be helping lift up my jowls here. And this again is paraben free. So I am so excited because this one has a pump, and it kind of is a little bit thicker. So you go from thinner to thicker serum. So we're going to go ahead and put a pump of that. And you guys, this just feels lovely on the skin. Like you immediately feel hydration and kind of that plumpiness. So I'm just going to take that and pump that onto the skin. I don't use a ton of my products, like I don't coat them on. I don't always think that more is better. I use just a little bit. These are all expensive. It's an investment in my skin, that if I layer on the hydration, it really works best. So this one just feels really nice, and I have to be honest, it does have that kind of like lifting effect. It's very smoothing to the skin, so I can almost feel that it is kind of giving me my visage a nice little firmness and hydrating. So I really have been enjoying this guy, and again, I kind of like it because I love the pump. So there is a couple other serums in the line that I will be switching out, but we're gonna finish this guy up. But I personally do not like to put too many things on my face at once. I try to kind of leave it maybe 1 serum, maybe 2, but I found that when I was putting too much stuff on, my skin was like kind of like, I don't know what to do. So a little bit of a more layered approach, but without too many serums. Next, I'm going to share a little secret. So the other day I shared that I have this creme, msr-h. Basically, you guys, my skin was freaking out from all of the stress that's been going on. Hormonal issues were rising up, just like they should when you're ultra stressed. And this is basically like a fantastic anti-aging, hydrating for hormonal skin. Now, I do love this guy. I did have a gift card, so I did purchase this. This one can be a bit heavy, and it's fantastic in night. It's fantastic in the day too, but as we're moving into the spring and summer months, I'm gonna want something that's a little bit lighter. And I was just recommended Creme VIP02. So this one is supposed to be a very oxygenating, brightening kind of lotion, and I thought I would go ahead and use this today on camera. We'll give this a try along with my secret. So Pigma Cream, Pigma 400, you guys, is basically going to have to be a staple in my repertoire from here on out. You guys always are telling me like how nice my skin looks, and I swear it is this guy. This is more of a treatment cream. You would not use this all over your skin, or if you would, it could be a little bit, I would say disco-y, because this does contain a little bit of mica in there, so it gives you the most gorgeous glow. But this one has some properties that are going to be helping combat my sun damage. So what I do is I take just a teeny bit, you guys. It has the most gorgeous pudding-like texture. And then I mix it with a cream. So I only use a little dot of this, and I mix it at night too. And then I'm gonna try this guy. So Creme VIP02 is a white cream. They have, you guys, kind of yeasty creams that they have. There's certain ones that are more brown. I'll show you one in just a minute. Or they have their kind of what I call white creams. And we are gonna mix this, but she said this is going to give me a beautiful glow. So we're testing. Ooh, I like this. The feel of it is really gliding on, but it's light. So we're gonna put this guy on. You guys, I'm liking that cream a lot. So it is feeling kind of light and airy, not as heavy as my Creme msr-h. This one is going to also, we'll use a little bit of this. Well, here's this, you guys. And I will take just a little bit of this so you can kind of see. So here is the consistency. This one smells amazing, but I've got that dry spot. So we'll put a teeny bit of this on so you can kind of see what that looks like. Okay, you guys, really feeling nice and hydrated. At this point, I am going to use the Retrouvé eye cream. You guys, I use such a little bit amount of this, so this is super expensive, but a little goes a long way. This is amazing. That's probably even too much, if you can see that. And we're gonna start to let that sink in underneath the eyes. This stuff is amazing. Now, I have not used the Biologique Recherche eye cream yet, so if you guys have, let me know. And I like to just take a moment to gently kind of depuff my eyes here. If you have like a jade roller, this is a really good time to do that, but I like to just like come up, pull this guy up here. So, and I have tried a lot of expensive eye creams out there. This one is the best. So far, loving that. After you have put on your moisturizer, your next step is going to be a finishing serum. So I have the Granddaddy. This is the Le Grand serum. And I also have Serum Y'all 02. So you guys, Le Grand is supposed to be just chock full of antioxidants. It's pretty much going to give you a gorgeous glow all over your skin. And then this Y'all is also very hydrating, and these are like the two that are kind of recommended for my particular skin type. And I have to tell you, I love Y'all. This one is so good. It's a little bit thicker than this guy, but we're going to put this on my skin because I know you guys have wanted to see this in action. It is a beauty. This is very expensive for this little teeny guy, but I do have to say I did not immediately start getting the finishing serums. When I first started getting into the brand, I just started with a few pieces and then I added on. So here, this one's gonna be a little bit thinner. And then what you do is you're going to place that on top of the cream, and this basically seals in all of the goodness. So it's almost like your shield. Okay guys, I'm going to finish off my routine and then I'm going to talk about some masks and a few other creams. Okay, so Serum de Tint. People have been asking me about this guy. I personally do love it, but I've heard conflicting ways to use it. So my rep said yes, it should be used kind of as a finishing serum. So that would be now, and then put SPF on top. So I'm going to show you that and how it looks and how it will still peek out once I put my SPF on. So I'm gonna shake this up. I am in the shade number 1, which I was worried would be too light, but this is such a sheer formula. So I'm just taking a little bit of that, and then I rub it around. It kind of has like a nice little moussey. And then I know it has some special brush. I have not purchased that yet. I just put this all over, and again, I think of this as kind of a nice little shield for my skin, and it's going to give me a little bit of coverage. So not a lot. Again, it's very sheer. Now we've got this goodness going on. I always talk about this, but you guys, out of all of these expensive products, this one is the most important. And this is the SPF. I have not tried the Biologique Recherche SPF. I love the Glow Skin Beauty Solar Shade SPF 50. You guys, this is just my holy grail, okay? It is just, it's creamy. It's gonna sink into my skin. It is a mineral sunscreen, so that is a physical sunscreen. And I then take this and I take the full pump, just like this. And then again, you guys, yes, Christine from Frisco Beauty. I buy it from her, and if you use my code Abby20, you'll get 20% off. But seriously, this is like the most important. I wish I had been better with my SPF wearing when I was younger. You will see it does have a white cast. And then I am going to bring this all the way down. Just FYI, I usually do take another pump from over here, especially when we have sun. So if it is a sunny day, you guys, I will do a little extra down on my décolleté. And I'm just gonna let you see, it definitely is going to meld in. And so now you're like, wait, what about that serum to tint? I swear it's gonna pop right out. So see, as it melts into the skin, I still can see that I've got some of that serum to tint on. Now, you can, there is no BR police out there. Like, you can do whatever you want to do. So if I want, I can put another little pump on top of this. So let's let this sink in. And one other little tip is, especially now that we have been home and we can spend more time on our skincare, I try to let everything kind of sink in for about a minute. You know, just like kind of let it work into the skin, like especially with serums, give it a little time before I add the next one. So I kind of want everything to kind of seep into that dermis. Okay, then I'll take one more just so we can show this. And We can put a little bit more on, and this can be my basic coverage for today. It does not have a ton of coverage, but I swear it just gives my skin like a really pretty finish. And to me, it feels not like dewy, it just looks like healthy second skin. Now that is my AM routine, and I am going to kind of talk you through a few of the other products, and we can do a whole PM video, but I thought I would kind of talk you through it real quick. In the nighttime, I am going to do essentially the same. First, I'm going to be taking off my makeup with a cleansing balm, and I love the Emma Hardy Moringa cleansing balm. So I will take my makeup off, and then I will use the Late EV as my second cleanse. Okay, so that will be my second step. On different nights I do different things, so I think we probably want to do a whole different video on that one. So most nights I will use my lotion P50V 1970 version. So I will cleanse, and then I'm going to do my liquid exfoliant, and then I will be adding in serums. And right now using this and the Serum Aglyca. I wear cream mask Vernex, and I sleep in that. So you guys, this was a sad moment. Empty. Whenever we have an empty Vernex, it makes me very sad. This is one of these products that I will always have in my repertoire. This is the product that I kind of attribute to helping me calm down my rosacea. It is just an amazing product, and you can wear this during the day, but it's going to give you kind of a almost Vernex, like waxy look. What I love to do is I like to mix a little bit of this with my Pigma 400. If you mix the two of these, you guys, and you wear it during the day, your skin is gonna look like glass. It's a really beautiful combination, but you guys are getting to open up this favorite here, and it has the most amazing texture here. So it comes all sealed up here, and we'll just do a little. I'm gonna show you it's pudding here. Pudding, this is like my favorite stuff here. So you like how I'm being stingy? So here is this Vernex, you guys. I want to just show you. It has a thicker kind of consistency, and you just kind of wear this at night. This is just super healing to the skin, and that is what I will wear at night for most nights. Otherwise, I will, depending on, I will use a more heavy kind of night cream such as this guy. So I tend to rotate through, you guys. I have kind of my arsenal of stuff. I didn't buy this all at once. I buy a little piece. I usually buy something every month, which will just kind of extend the life of my BR routine. So then I'm kind of in rotation, so I can kind of see what does my skin need. If it needs more hydration, I will even use a little bit of this guy and then mix it with my Vernex. The Vernex is just a very healing, soothing cream. This beauty is just going to be healing your skin barrier. So that is what I desperately needed, and this is just always going to be in my arsenal. Have not found anything out there like it. It's very unique. It does kind of have a little bit of a yeasty, I don't even smell them anymore, but this is not a fluffy brand. It does not have fragrance in these products. So you're gonna smell some of the ingredients, and some of them don't smell so great. So for example, I can't even smell these anymore, but people say they smell like ass, or not ass, but it smells, it's got a vinegar in it. So these kind of products, we were laughing, like some people say they smell like soy sauce or fish sauce or anything like that. I don't find that to be the case. They just are using ingredients that they don't mask with perfume, which my skin really tends to like. So I don't even notice the smells anymore, you guys, but just want to put that out there. If you are diving in, you will definitely experience some kind of a luxe textures. Like Vernex has a really beautiful silky feel to it, but it may not smell the best. So just wanting to give you a little heads up. I don't even smell that anymore, you guys. And now it's so funny because when I do try skincare that has perfume in it, I'm like, way too much for my skin. To briefly talk about this cream, I've included this in a video in a past BR video. This is the Creme ADN Elastin Marin Collagen Marin, and this is one of the yeasty kind of creams. Now this guy is like very firming to the skin. Again, it's got a kind of more of a moussey kind of texture to it, like this, and I find that it gives my skin great kind of firming. Really like that, but in the winter months I didn't find it as hydrating as I personally felt like I needed. So what I've been doing is just mixing a little bit of this with one of my other more hydrating creams out there. So this, you guys, I think is amazing. I think it's going to be fantastic in the summer months, and again, it really kind of gives you this really nice firming effect to the skin, if that's what you're looking for. And maybe if you are less dry and more combo, this might be fantastic for you. This guy is another one that will always be in my arsenal. This is the Creme Pigma 400. This is just magic in a bottle. It is just gorgeous. It's gonna give your skin a nice, beautiful glow. It is a treatment lotion, so I do not use this just on its own. So this again is going to last me a long time because I'm using such a little bit amount. Favorite masks that I have, obviously the Creme Mask Vernex is fantastic, but I use this as a sleeping mask. I do not wipe it off. My two other favorite masks are VIP O2 Super Hydrating, and then we've got Mask Vivant. You guys, this is a very yeasty kind of mask, but it totally brightens up your skin. One of my favorites here. So I will always have Vivant, but with the way that I do it, it's too strong for my skin if I just do it. You know, I have to mix the two of these. This is my hydrating one, and then I've got this one for kind of brightening, and it's amazing. So I put a dollop of this guy on first, and then I put the Vivant on, and it makes a beautiful mask. My skin will just be glowing after using that. I also do have this Beauty Creme Mask Biofixine. You guys, this is amazing. It is going to clarify your skin. It is going to firm. It is hydrating, but this is a very special treat. So this is one when I'm having skin that's being super fussy and I need it to be nice and healed. I will use this guy. Then as far as a retinol, in the Biologique research protocol, they do not recommend that you use any kind of retinol. Like basically if you're using their actives, you don't need to, is the philosophy there. That kind of goes along for vitamin C. A lot of their ingredients in their products are going to have C in their serums and stuff like that, so more of a layered effect. Now, I did go to Rescue Spa in New York, and they did recommend that I use a kind of gentle retinol in the evenings. And so I would just, on those nights, I would not use P50, and then I would use my Environ. This is the retinol serum number 2, super very gentle retinol. You guys, my skin doesn't really like retinols. I've had to learn the hard way. I started with 1, which I really loved, and I saw a difference, very gentle. And I will use this about twice a week. So on the nights that I'm going to use my retinol, I will not use my P50, lotion P50 whatsoever. I will cleanse my skin, like do a double cleanse. Then I will put on like kind of like a hydrator or mist, and then I will put on my serum. Okay, and then I will top it with my Vernex. 2 of these together, it will just wake up and my skin will be very refined. I do use a retinol, and right now I usually use a vitamin C in the morning. I've been a long time user of SkinCeuticals CE Ferulic, but I have run out of that, and with working with my bestie BISMA, we are kind of going to try a different little combo to see how my skin responds without the vitamin C. So I will give you an update on that guy. But this is basically kind of my whole Biologique research routine. Yes, you guys, I'm a skincare junkie. No, do I think you have to go spend thousands of dollars on skincare? No, you do not. But since you requested that you wanted to know what I use, this is kind of the path and journey I've taken the last few years, and I have found this to be one of the most effective brands out there. And you guys, I have used everything under the sun. From, you know, in my young teenage years, I had cystic acne. I've been to dermatologists, estheticians. I have pretty much tried every brand out there, you know, from department store brands like Erno Laszlo to medical grade skincare routines, Osmosis, Skin Medica. I'm trying to think of all the brands, but this is a brand that I always go back to. Yes, there's times when I want to tinker just like that, but the good thing about Biologique Recherche is there's plenty of tinkering and making concoctions within the brand. If you're just starting out with Biologique Recherche, the biggest things that I started out with was starting with the creamy cleanser, the lotion P50, and you want to find the right P50 for your skin. And I would not just directly go to the original lotion P50 because that is strong. So I would definitely reach out to my friend BISMA to kind of talk about what would be appropriate for your skin type. Creme Mask Vernex is just something that I think everybody can benefit from. It's a very healing, hydrating mask, and the key is to kind of keep your skin hydrated, not letting it get dehydrated. So those are like my staples. My 4th one is going to be the Creme Pigma 400. I'm so in love with this, you guys, but a little goes a long way. So that is kind of like, if you want a beautiful glow on your skin, this is going to be your guy. Love that. I love many things from this line. It just tends to work for my skin type. But what I would recommend is first following the Daily Skin Informative. This is BISMA. She is located in Atlanta, and she is an esthetician at Artisan Beauty Atlanta. And you guys, she is a fellow Biologique Recherche freak. She's also a good friend of Christine from Freeze Co Beauty, and Christine is just amazing. As you guys know, she's the one I buy my SPF from, but she hooked me up with BISMA. Has just really been amazing. And the reason I do want to give you a shout out is because she did not just assume that I needed to buy the most expensive creams within the line, and I really appreciated that, because I have had that kind of happen in the past when getting recommendations. It's like, you're 50, you need the most expensive creams. BISMA really kind of, she had me send over a picture of my bare face, and then we set up a time to have a little consultation, and she really was great because she was not pushy, number one, at all. She actually was kind of refraining me, because you know I am the junkie, from saying, no, I want you to use this cream, I want you to finish this. And she kind of came up with some concoctions for me to be using, mixing and matching, and using up my products before we kind of rotate through some new BR products. So she has said, all you need to do, you guys, is go to the Daily Skin Informative. She's so amazing. And number one, you can see lots of pictures of Biologique Recherche products. She sells other lines as well, but she will walk you through a routine. So just messenger her and she will set up a time and can help you purchase products. Now, I did purchase from the Artisan Beauté, and I have to tell you, I got it within 2 days. So pretty darn amazing experience. So excited to kind of have somebody really walk me through, and she knows all the ins and outs of Biologique research. Okay, so you guys, I hope this was helpful. I know it's a long one, but thank you so much for watching. And now we're gonna go ahead and put some makeup on this face. Have a great day. Stay healthy, stay sane, and I will talk to you guys